There is hope for another kind of comeback along the California coast. Monarch butterflies seem to be on the verge of extinction after a dismal drop in the population over the last several decades. But there was hope of a turnaround after some promising numbers last year. Brian Hackney visited a monarch butterfly sanctuary in Monterey Bay, where they're closely watching this year's count.
Can you see?
People turned out in droves over the weekend to take a look at monarchs clustering like leaves in their Monterey Bay sanctuaries.
Wow. Yeah.
But the monarchs themselves have not returned in droves.
I have seen them in past year, which a lot more.
Yeah, they're really going now. Yeah, wow.
This year, monarchs are filtering in all the way from their summer home in the Sierra.
And instead of getting frisky and then freezing to death and get buried under 50 feet of snow, they say, take our chances. We're coming west.
And if you don't think monarchs can move that far that quickly.
Oh, yes, they can. They'll rise up 1,500 feet and coast 200 miles in a day.
Paul is one of the volunteers at one of the 169 monarch sites on the West Coast, where citizen scientists total up their numbers annually as part of the Thanksgiving count.
We're pretty confident that we're between 6,000 and 7,000 here. And yeah, that's down from last year. So what do? There's nothing we can do except conserve this grove and preach. And I do mean preach.
The population of western monarchs dropped from around 10 million insects in the 1980s to just 1,914 in 2021, a drop of 99%.
Can you see? Can you see?
And that's despite our obvious affection for them.
How do I say this? Politely. Humans are great at stupid. I mean, we really are. We want something and we go do it and we don't pay attention to how anything else is impacted.
The first big problem is that we love the same strip of land that the monarchs do.
It's 50 miles wide and 500 miles long, north-south in California, where that first generation eggs are laid. And that's critical because if you've got a good first generation lay, then you get a lot of multiplication.
Then pesticides, which are carefully controlled.
But if some of it just happens to blow over into an open field or on the roadside, it kills the insects just as well. And then we go, where are the birds that used to be here? Where are the butterflies? And everybody goes, I don't know, until somebody points out, you've just created a desert.
It's no wonder these are called sanctuaries, and a pulpit for Paul and his sermons, and the monarchs, the insect equivalent of the canary in the coal mine.
The reason I'm here preaching is really for that young lady right over there, because she's the future, and we've got to have a future.
Pacific Grove is actually nicknamed Butterfly Town, USA. They are so serious about protecting the butterflies that you can actually be fined up to $1,000 for harming them.